Health professionals say they have seen a decline in mental health among many Texas State students.
I do think that this pandemic is hitting young adults very hard, because this is a time of your life when you're supposed to be social and be out meeting people, and not being able to do that is creating a lot of stress.
Contributing factors have been the lack of interaction this past year and social distancing.
I do see it in my own patients when I see people in the clinic. A lot of students are telling me that they're feeling more stressed this year, they're more anxious, and we're also seeing that on our mental health screens.
The Student Health Center urges students to go online and make an appointment if they're experiencing symptoms of depression or anxiety. Physicians at the Student Health Center can make counseling referrals for talk therapy or prescribe medication. Any student enrolled at the university is allowed to schedule appointments at the Student Health Center. For Bobcat Update, I'm Tristan Murdock. Thousands of students returned to San Marcos for the spring semester, and what they found in the housing market were abundant vacancies and cheaper prices.
A lot of them now, I think, have gotten decent pricing just because they really want people to move in. Like they have move-in now type prices.
With many students opting to stay at home and take their classes online this semester, fewer of them signed apartment leases. That means that there are more vacancies than usual.
There's a lot of options, I think, in the off season when people, because it's a college town.
This drop in apartment prices benefits many students who otherwise couldn't afford the normal prices. For Bobcat Update, I'm Tristan Murdock. Looking for a semi-acoustic hollow body guitar? Whether you're playing crunchy rock or ice cold blues, Ibanez has the jazz guitar for any level of player. Introducing the Ibanez George Benson Signature LGB 30, also sold in vintage amber. Ibanez, play with the best. When the COVID-19 pandemic began, the mid-sized town of New Braunfels, like the rest of the nation, was forced to close any non-essential businesses. The only businesses that remained were groceries, airports, hospitals, and a small family-owned orthotics business called Richie Lemon Brace, whose motto is quality with every step.
Here at Richie Lemon Brace, we're an orthotics and prosthetics company, so a lot of what we do is making prosthetic legs and custom orthotics. We take a patient who is unable to perform the daily functions of their life, just things that everybody takes for granted, like getting out of bed, going to the shower, grocery shopping, and anybody who's lost that functionality, we seek to restore it.
Richie Lemon Brace opened its New Braunfels location in 2016 and has since served over 1,000 patients of all ages in the New Braunfels community. It is completely family-owned and run by the Richie family.
Started by my dad. I'm his son. My uncle works back there too. My mom works here. Got 4 Richies working at Richie Lemon Brace. The majority of the employees have the last name Richie. So when I first started working here, my uncle told me, he said, make sure, whatever you do, make sure it looks good because it has your name on it.
Certainly, right off the bat, there's more of a commitment because your name's on the building, and everything you do reflects on you and your family and how you all run your practice, and so you certainly don't want to be known for having substandard services.
2 kinds, there's metal and plastic, if you want to get technical. And the functions, or the way they function, how they achieve their function, very different, but they do achieve pretty much the same concept. But pretty much every joint in your body below your neck, they make braces for. With each step they take, the foot sucks a little bit of air out of this socket, and when the residual limb goes in this socket, this knee sleeve will go all the way up their leg, so the socket stays on their residual limb with a vacuum. It's cool.
Despite the uncertain times of COVID-19, Richie Lemon Brace has continued to supply patients with custom orthotics and prosthetics, and will continue to restore the independence of their patients.
making sure that we're using our gloves, universal precautions, making sure that we're disinfecting equipment in and out so that we don't have any issues. And to date, knock on wood, there's been no issues with our company or any of the patients that we've seen. We simply try to make sure that everybody's our most important patient and make sure that we're attentive and we don't become complacent and think that we're just the best in town. We don't have to prove anything to anybody, because when that happens, you immediately lose, you'll lose patients because you don't feel like you got to work hard for your patients, then that's the wrong attitude. Because this field is so, you have to sacrifice a lot of your personal time, family time, to care for someone else, and that's what medical care is all about.